Becoming a Muslim is easy, actually. Sounds like a bold statement, right? But hear me out. If you've ever wondered about embracing Islam, or if you think the process might be complicated, I'm here to tell you that it's much simpler than you think. Let me walk you through it, step by step. No jargon, no confusing stuff. Just a friend-to-friend conversation about how you can become Muslim and feel at peace with the whole process. So first things first, you might be wondering, what exactly is it like to become a Muslim? Well, here's the truth. It's actually a lot simpler than it may seem. There's no long, complicated ritual, no intense preparation. It's all about one thing: faith. And don't worry, we'll break it all down so you can get the full picture. Ready? Let's dive in. Point 1. Taking the shahada. Alright, here's the first thing. The shahada. It's the Islamic declaration of faith. And if you're thinking, okay, but what does that even mean? Is it some kind of long prayer? Let me clear that up for you. The shahada is basically saying, there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. That's it. This simple sentence is all you need to say, sincerely, to officially embrace Islam. You don't have to memorize a huge prayer or go through some elaborate ceremony. It's all about making that declaration with your heart and your mind. It's a commitment, and you say it out loud, often in front of witnesses, sometimes at a mosque, but it doesn't have to be in a formal setting. Some people even take their shahada at home, quietly in their room, but it's about that internal shift. You recognize that Allah is the one and only, and Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his messenger. Once you say the shahada and really mean it, you're officially Muslim. You don't have to feel like you're done or have to live perfectly from day one. This is just the beginning of your journey. There's no rush. Just remember, it's all about sincerity. Point 2. Learning the basics of Islam. Okay, so you've taken your shahada. What's next? Well, now it's time to start learning. And no, you don't have to go out and buy 100 books or dive deep into everything all at once. It's about taking it one step at a time. Start with the basics. Learn about the 5 pillars of Islam, which are like the core of a Muslim's life. You've got your shahada, we've covered that. Then there's salah, or prayer, 5 times a day. Zakat, or giving charity. Som, or fasting during the month of Ramadan. And Hajj, which is a pilgrimage to Mecca. But don't stress. You don't have to do everything at once. Start small. Begin with understanding prayer, and maybe try saying your first prayer, even if it's just once a day. Taking those small steps makes the journey feel so much more natural. Point 3. Regular prayer, salah. Speaking of prayer, salah is one of the most important aspects of being a Muslim. And you don't have to have it perfect right away. You'll find that the more you pray, the more it becomes a part of who you are. The first thing you need to know is that prayer is something you gradually build up to. If you're not able to pray 5 times a day in the beginning, that's okay. Focus on 1 or 2 at first, and slowly increase. Each prayer is a chance to connect with Allah, to calm your mind, and center yourself. It's honestly one of the most peaceful and rewarding parts of being Muslim. And if you don't know the words at first, that's fine too. Many people start with just basic phrases and make their own personal supplications. Point 4. Reading the Quran. Another thing you'll want to start doing is reading the Quran. And don't be intimidated